All right, Pete, here's your video. Sorry I couldn't get it to you earlier. I wanted to get it to you way before this lesson today, but I'm backed up on it. Sorry. All right, but let's get going. I'm going to let you watch it just in normal speed for the first few swings, just so you can get a look at it with the naked eye. Then we'll slow it down and break it down. All right, brother. So I think you and me both can see swing looks good, the bat speed looks good, but let's break it down, and I'm willing to bet there's some little things that we can adjust to keep you back better. And it looks like you're striding towards the plate a little bit, so let's see if we can break that down. All right. Let's see what you look like when that foot comes off the ground. It's pretty clean, Pete. Let's see. All right, so you pick up. I want looser. All this more relaxed. That's what's going to help you stay here longer when you pick up. You being a little, and again, I'm breaking you down really hard, so don't think this is bad at all. I'm just saying we could be better. We could be looser, shoulders looser, arm. Ooh, I didn't know I could even do that. But yeah, all this looser looking. So arms less loose and just having those hands right there, okay? But positioning wise, look at that, where you're at right there when you kick, pretty darn good. You are definitely in it. Let me see. That's where you're fully loaded right there. But that's pretty darn good, man. You're pretty clean right there. And we talked about it the other day. I still think you, and we talked about, you said you were going to try to get out of that, but I think you're still too heavy there on that knee, and that's what kind of creates that dive right there. So go back here real quick and clear that. All right, so you kick, which is pretty darn clean, man, in my book. But then you get a little, instead of just picking up and putting back down, you start getting out there, right, with that stride. And I think that tightness upstairs is what causes that. So we want to get out of that. I want you to pick up. So pick up and put back down instead of reaching out there. So then when you land, instead of being there, now I don't mind how wide you are, but it just looks a little collapsed there. You're still tight here. You're closed though, so we're in good shape, but we're leaking towards that plate just a little too much. All right, let's see what the swing. Yeah, man, swing looks great, but I just think we could get so much looser through here, so much more relaxed for that elbow. Tries to stay bent. So then when you go to swing, you get a little separation right there. But if we get this all more relaxed, all that, and don't grip to your rip like we always say, we're going to get a little more whip when we go to swing, which you're getting a little whip right there, but it ain't bad, man. That's a good looking stroke, Pete. Quick to the ball. So again, remember, we're critiquing hard because we're getting to see it in slow motion. So don't think you're doing anything bad. I think you're doing great. But let's keep getting better so we can make these little adjustments, and so you're dominating all the time. All right, let's go again. See what you're doing. I love the stance. Let's get a little lighter. We'll talk about it again today. And then when you go to kick, your hip's in good position right there. I think this stuff, the stomach and everything, and the tightness I'm talking about could be a little more in it, that loaded position, just a little more relaxed and in it. There, see, I see a little jar right there. So, you're thinking you're loaded right there, right? Watch where you get a little right there. That's where you look like you're really trying to get in. So you're good, and then you kind of get, and that's what shoots you right there. So if we're just a little more in it, your hip though, man. I love that. You're fine there. But just a little more in it right there in the stomach and more relaxed will cause us to pick up and put back down instead of that little jar right there. See that little jar right there shoots you towards the plate. Man, that's easy. That's an easy fix. We just got to get you more where it's fluid through there, where you don't have any stop. That's what I'm always yelling at y'all about stop and rhythm. Now, compared to a lot of guys, that ain't bad, brother. That's really good. But we could be better where there's no jar movement when you get to the top right there. Boom. And that's what shoots you forward just a little bit. Because if we come back down more there, like if you come back down here, man, you're in a look at that elbow. That's where you need to look like when you come back down with your stride. That position instead of that. And even if you're strided out more, I'm talking about how everything was just in there better. So now everything's kind of leaked. Just a hair, man. Just a hair. But we could get better. And this is about looseness. So this isn't about mechanics today. So I don't want you overanalyzing this and breaking down your mechanics. I'm talking about just getting more relaxed and getting fully loaded in that backside and that front and that stomach and all that. Because you're as close as you can be. Again, your stroke is looking really good, man. Yeah, real nice. All right, let's watch this next one without breaking it down. Slow motion. But yeah, man, just tightness. And again, I think you're jarring a little bit at the top of your kick. Where you get to the top of your kick here. So we look pretty loaded. We get to the top and we get that little run right there. But not bad. That was a little better too. I think that was more of a pick up, put down. Pick up. Put down. That one's closer. You didn't have the jarring movement. See how smooth? But we got to get you off diving that plate. The swing looks good though, bro. All right, let's see what happens here again. Yeah, yours is so small, Pete. Like the little thing that I'm calling a flaw, which isn't really a flaw, but it's just a little flaw. You're almost there. Now you're there. I think if we start kicking, yeah, see, that's when everything's in right there. Everything's in it. That's where your fully loaded position is. I think if we're on the ground now about to pick up, still on the ground, now you get to that position right here, then pick up. I think we stay back longer. I think we come down maybe a little less, not as far out, and we will not come down on that line. We'll be more in that launch position where you want to be. But look at that swing, man. There's good separation right here. You're a little looser. Yeah, good separation. But boy, I'm hoping you're seeing this. You could be looser. Like them shoulders are still a little tight. Elbows are still a little tight. We can get a little more relaxed. Ready relaxed, but this is a little more relaxed. All right, so I want you kicking. Erase that. Let's get you right there. So you're almost in it. So right there. And again, I'm having to break. Look how slow I'm having to go to even see your flaw. But watch. You get to the top. And then you crunch just a hair. Crunch. And leak. And when I say leak, not leaking open. You're not open. You're closed, man. That's awesome. But you're leaking towards the plate. Which it's going to cost you later. And maybe if we turn that back foot towards the plate a little bit, kind of helps our line up too. So, again, I'm really nitpicking you. You look great. You've been doing great. But let's get lighter in the knee. Let's try to get there. Look how loaded everything is. Everything. Man, tall backside. You're perfect right there. That's where I want you picking up from. That kind of positioning right there. That position right there. Because from there, you're not going to go back anymore and jar. So it's going to be more of a pick up and put down. And that's just going to make you cleaner. Instead of this little bit of a ping. See how you just got fully loaded? Right there. Yeah. Again, man, you're as close as you can get. All right, I'm going to go one more swing, just in slow motion, no talking about it, so you can just see it and you'll have it in your head. But man, you're good, bro. You look great, but I think there's room for improvement, which is always good. That means we're going to be even better. And I think that's going to give us more power, what I'm talking about. Better timing ability, better reading the ball ability. Good stroke, though, man. You look good. We'll talk about it today in our lesson. I'm going to try to send this to you before that. But good job. I mean, I'm telling you, I have to go in super slow motion to see your flaws, so that's awesome. That means you're really good. So again, watch it one more time. That's where you're fully loaded, right there. Well, let's get that positioning. Hip is cocked and loaded. Stomach, everything's in there. Front shoulders in there. Hands are there. Head's there. That's perfect. Let's start kicking from that position right there, brother. All right, man. See you later.